Friday. Love myself. Because I love myself, man, I have to actually love the creator in me. Tragedy is that verbalizing this vocally for others, it's a conversation, and for the enjoyment of like that I, can express who I am. Because everybody can't say what I'm going to say because they don't feel the same. Tragedy is, man, no one understands what the fuck I'm saying. He's no one that I met, and I know this. And it brings me to a belief or a point that I'm going to use the word God. Oh, wonderful, marvelous. I know what I'm talking about. I'll know it's what I'm talking to. It's only us two which I can talk to, who understands like what I am. Whatever I am, man, I'm grateful. What makes me sad, what makes me feel like bad. I don't mean bad as in all my life I've been known as bad. I mean bad in the sense of an unpleasant feeling. I hate unpleasantries. I live for pleasure. The thing that's worse than heartbreak in relationship, anything shit like that, is meeting people that I just meet. Me being me, I usually get along with everyone, and I'm not judgmental. I'm open. Nothing you can say can offend me. It's not nothing that I need from people. I don't need their attention or their money or their love. So to have some type of riff with me, it's kind of like impossible. But shit happens. But it's not me. Because me being me is not gonna be on my end. But what I dislike is the way people feel about me when they like me, want to touch me, love me, want something other than business and friendship. Business, friendship, and family relations are my favorite relations. My relationship with myself, my relationship with the Creator, my creation and relationship in life, my relationship with all. That's what I like. But those things with people, I hate meeting people and having a good interaction, relationship. Like our exchange, our meetings. It's wonderful. But then it always has been the case in my life, because I've never met anyone really that I've from the start just been like, damn, I want to be with them. I've never had that type of attraction or want. I say I'm grateful for what I am, because I'm quite aware of the rest of humanity. Well, I can't say humanity, because humanity is a certain nature, which not all humans have. But I'm aware of other people through experience, life, friends, family, just everyday life with people, even in books and movies. So all the evidence supports that something. It's kind of, I don't want to say it, but I know it's true, and I'm going to say it now. It's more harder than saying, oh, I'm perfect or I'm beautiful. People get mad at me when you say that. Yeah. But I can say it now because, people have told me that. And I know people. Knowing people is why I wouldn't say I'm perfect or I'm beautiful. Because, people say, statistics. great numbers of evidence that prove that people who don't say that, or probably would never say that in their life, or some people who don't like to hear that said, and there's a certain way they view that shit. They call it like narcissistic, and it's not. But it causes a displeasure in them if I say I'm beautiful, perfect, and then that causes a riff-raff, and it's displeasing to me. And it's just because I say I'm beautiful, perfect. But what's harder for me to say is basically that looking at the numbers of lives on earth and people, I'm in a category of my own. And I know why. And if I was to tell all the facts and evidence about it, which I've said before, it's like these two things that I get, or three rather. People don't believe me, or rather four things. People don't believe me, people don't want to believe me, people don't want to hear it, and people don't like it. If I say, again, like, you know why I've never been a person into relationships, you never seen me like going from relationship to relationship, or even seeking people, even with me being me. Not saying I praise those things, but other people praise stuff like looks and charm, and with that, whatever quality that is, that has that is natural and always been there. I like most people like me, and we get along, and it's like a loving thing. People want to see me, be around me and shit like that. But even with those qualities, I don't use them as to go seek out anyone, because I really don't want anyone. I never have been on the offense of wanting someone. I always wait till something just hits, and it's usually the other person first. But for me, it's very slow, and I say that to say, like, looking at just the evidence of people on earth and lives, and how people seem to need a relationship with someone, or need sex, or attention, a boyfriend, girlfriend, that type of stuff. I don't have it. I never have had that feel in me. It's kind of the same as saying I never wished for a car, I never wished for a house, I never, prayed for money or anything like that. I never prayed for friends, I never wanted to be loved. And I want to tell people that because I want to share it, so that maybe by chance that will perhaps prove like what I believe is the reason why I'm loved, and why I get to live as I do, and why I have, I have relatives, and I lived in the same home, with my mother or my sister and my cousins, and their feelings about like certain things in the past don't match up to mine. And to say, when I say, man, I lived a good life, a great life, I don't have nothing to complain about, I didn't feel bad, I didn't feel I don't have no traumas, no shit like that. I lived a great life. And even now, like, never wanting cars and houses, relationships. My life, I look at other people's lives, not to say theirs is more or less than mine, but I look at all the lives that has been on earth that I can basically know. And most people live alike. It's the thing that they seek, and if they gain them or if they don't gain them, and I can say, man, not even seeking houses and loves, and horrors of concubines and sex and money and fame and attention, shit like that, and getting what I get, the love and attention and whatnot, and then being annoyed, not wanting it because it hurts people. I don't want to be touched or with anyone. Dude, I wouldn't want to be anybody else. I wouldn't even want to be the creator. I want to be me, and then I want to be the creator, and then I don't want to be nobody else. So like, money, love, fame, cars. I know that means something to a lot of people. So it means something to me in the sense that it makes them happy. And then again, to me, it don't mean nothing. So I don't have no feeling about it. Like, oh, it makes you feel bad, or it makes you feel mad, or I say cars and houses and family, sex, ain't nothing. No, I really don't have a feeling about it. And to express my feeling, how I am to someone who seeks those things, and they see how life is too, the same way I'm seeing it. To say most people do seek that stuff out. Most people do want that, and to see me and say, Dorian, you don't want that, and you're not like that. Again, people don't want to believe it. They don't want to hear it, and whatever have you. But the most other part, I think, is that it upsets people. And I don't understand why. But I do understand that they're not me. And I understand that, well, I feel that even if I was someone who wanted houses, cars, sex, and money, and that attention, and that praise that comes with it, pride, respect, and blah, blah, blah. Even if I had that, and I was Dorian, and Dorian was still me as I am now, I wouldn't be moved as to say I would not like it, or be offended, or not want to hear it. I would just hear it and listen and try to gather what I can. And I say, I believe that being created like that, like you don't, your personality, your characteristics, your traits, certain things like that, certain, honestly, astrological placements, certain times and dates, and again, your creation, your mate, when you was made, and shit like that, and how you were made. You didn't choose to be a boy or a girl, or your skin color, or what have you. So, or what you even attracted to. None of you got chose that. No one ever got to choose that, and neither did I. So I say, man, I can't say I don't know why I don't have the inclination for family, to have kids, or a wife, or boyfriend, or husband, or even, I don't even have a need for sex. And I can't say I don't know why. I say I know why, because that's the way I was created. And just me being me, looking at the way everyone else is, and what people express, not just verbally, but what they show you in their day-to-day lives, what they chase, what they praise, and I mean, it's just the fact all through history, what most humans seek after, and how they live, and what they praise, and what they imagine everyone wants and loves. And it's only a number of things, and we can say house, money, power, I guess some lover, or many lovers, or to be attractive, some shit like that. That's the shit people want, and money, that's people who want. But I never had that want for any of those things. In the sense to say, I can definitely say I never wanted to have kids. I never thought about a house or a car. Not to be for or against, but it just never crossed my mind. It's like, nah. and in this day-to-day life, people say, you don't seek that? No. And I believe that is why I get to live, and I live the way I do now. And it's like, people see me without those things, and then they see me happy. And I think that, and I feel that, and I could be wrong, that sometimes that upsets people. And there's two things. It makes them misjudge me and say, oh, well, I feel bad for her, and I hate that someone feel bad for me when I don't. But you don't have someone there with him, and he's by himself, in a house, like, how could I be upset about things that I don't want? And the truth is, not even having those things, and could have them if I wanted them, just like everybody else, I would just have to do the same thing, but I never wanted them. But being without those, that people see me happy, and then I'm just gonna be honest, compared to the people with that stuff, I mean, I'm happy about it, but it still sucks. But it's the truth. It's our real feeling, but here's what it is. Like, my worries will never be theirs. My sadness will never be theirs. My needs, like the things that I need in life, will never be like theirs and their fears. So honestly, that the truth is, they always suffer more than me. They always be their feelings in life. If we was to count them up, negatives and positives, good and bad, in the time span of, all right, you live 50 years, and the clock goes and measures how many times the feeling was sad and you lived and you were happy. Like mine would always be happy and free from like, sad and shit like that. And they have all those, so many people have those things, go after those things. And I don't go after them, and I don't have them. And when that scale comes out the way, guess who's gonna be happy? As far as when I'm on that scale. Me. And I don't know what that would make another person feel, but I imagine, it's a very unsettling feeling. It's not. It's like victory and defeat. And nobody's ever rejoiced or been happy about their defeat. And when I'm triumphant, it's not by my will, it's by the way that will have made me what I am, Even like when I think about families and houses and cars, it being that I like people, I don't have nothing against them, and I know that most people want those things. I say, if I was really into making people happy and wanting to make others happy, then I would have wished that I would have that inclination or want and desire in me to have those things like kids and families and cars, just so I can make other people happy. I don't even have to pray and wish for that desire. And we're all like human bodies, right? Male, female, human bodies. The colors don't even matter. So if we all in these human bodies and on the same earth, the same law, then why don't I have these feelings? Why don't I seek those things? Why am I happy? And it's by the same measure of what I believe is what created one person, themselves, and another themselves. And I'll tell you, I've come to just recently, perhaps yesterday or today, to kind of have to accept in this world, looking at the numbers of people that's been and here and today and so forth. It's 50,000 people over here, it's just 1 me. And that's just an example. There'll be 50,000 people over here and 1 me. And it's actually, I'm going to use the Bible. And I'm not, affiliated with any religion, but I'm pleased with all of them. I understand them in this Western world. It's the equivalent of saying what Solomon said: to find one honest man is 1 out of 100,000. And that's the same as just being the way I am, who I am. I realize it's just 1 me, and then everybody else is kind of the same. Now, that 1 me versus the 100,000, what does that mean? As in, how we feel, how we'll feel about that. And honestly, I had to say first, I'm very pleased to be that 1 in this 100,000 over there. And I don't feel bad about it, or lonely about it, or sad about it, or wanting anyone to be like me. I'm pleased about it. But that, I feel like that 100,000, to express what they feel about being at 100,000, and then me being just that 1, how would they feel? Like, say for example, I'm part of 100,000. My name is Tom. Well, Tom, you're part of 100,000. How do you feel about Darn just being that 1, the way he is? Like, I wonder how they feel. Would they want to be that 1? Perhaps not. I don't know. Could they be that 1? I don't know. care, but it's just very interesting to have to be able to get to that point where I say, yo, it's 100,000 and it's one me. And I can only say that now, today, because through the years and through my life, I've actually put enough investigation and action to see that what we express in live and what our lives are expressing, I've yet to see one to express what I'm expressing, or to hear one express what I'm expressing as I'm expressing it. And yet there's so many who express the same things, their beliefs and their desires and their wants. And there's nothing wrong with them. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with the 100,000 being there, who's in it, and nothing wrong with me being that one. Just haven't found out those 5 yet. But so far as I know, I'm one. It's just the reality of it that got me really talking about. I guess it's like the wow. And that's what gets me to have to say, as 100,000 men stand over there, but their pursuits, it's claim for success, the money, the power, the security, the praise, the homes, whatever that is, that most people go after in life, position, all that. There's nothing wrong with it. As far as being who I am, the way I am. Fuck that shit over there. I would never want that. When it's like, hey, me, I have that. Because it's gotta be something great and all around. It's like, it's cool with that. But I really feel that it really love me. So I'm like, happy. And I don't want it, and I don't have nothing against it, and I want everybody to enjoy their life, and I'm enjoying mine. And believe it or not, without those things, and that's interesting to say now, how am I surviving? How am I living? How am I maintaining? How am I even looking like this? Because again, I don't have nothing against that. And I want everybody who want to be that, to be that. But being that we're in this world together, and I like people, and I socialize with people, and I interact with people like me, I feel that's something that I have to share. Because people want to talk about, what makes them happy, why their lives are exciting, what they're thankful for, grateful for. Person who has that mansion and the Bentley, and they might smile with happiness about having it. I'll definitely, if I see, that they're happy for it, then I'll be happy for it with them. But I'm like telling people, like, and if I had a Bentley in the mansion, I don't believe that I would feel better and be more happier than I am now without it. I'd rather still be without it. And if God willing, for me to have those things, or it's coming to my possession, then it just does. But my life now without it, I don't want it. That's how it takes it. And not saying it will become my life. But I love my life as it is now. And I see Bentley and mansions, praise, love. I see that to take away a lot of the pleasures that I have in life. Like, the pleasure in life, being peaceful life, is to enjoy and happiness in it. Again, when the scale come out, so get my count life, and they weigh it up. How many? I say I live 64 years. So they count up the days, sex, and then measure my enjoyment, my happiness, versus the times that I felt bad. And those negative things, hateful, depressed about it. I wouldn't have those. But I have, mine is in up. But if I was to give me like Bentley cigars and shit like that, I would then have worries. Then I have more people in my life. I have to deal with more people to keep those things. And with the people, comes more displeasure. So I'm just grateful that my happiness and my needs are just, they're not like 100,000%. Yeah, they have the same needs and wants and desires and drives. And I don't know what makes that happen, but they are what they are. But I know that I don't have those same natures, drives. We all hungry, we get hungry, we all need rest and sleep. We all can, do things and be moving. Those are qualities that we have but seeking, like having a need for sex or a need for a relationship. Actually, some people love sex. Some people need sex. And sex is good. Some people need it. Some people love it. Some people like it. Some people are addicted to it. And to someone like me, it's just sex. It comes when it comes. And like the animals, as far as sex is sex. And I would say, I feel that my way of sex is better than any others because I don't need it. I'm a single partner. And I'm not sick by it. I'm not after it. Because imagine the people who want it and don't get it. So I don't even have the want or the need, and I don't have nothing against. So it's God, the Creator. I know who I'm talking to. It's like the only one I'm really be able to talk to. I mean, talking about the good things of my life that I enjoy. Like, man, I just thank you for making me who I am, because only thou know that. Oh man, there's certain things that I won't say, because I know that humans won't understand. But the way I was made. I never had those feelings that the many will have, and the things that they'll feel and the things they go through. I'll always be feeling better, and my life will always feel better. Yeah. The only way I got this is because of the way I am. The way I am is because that thing that created me. And I like to say, when it comes to certain terms like being chosen and being elect and being favored and being blessed, all that's true. But I want to really say I believe that I'm lucky. Yeah, I'm lucky first. I'm lucky, blessed, favored, chosen, favored. Yeah, but I believe it's luck because it's like I feel like the creators, uses ingredients to make everyone, and then with every ingredient, when I was made, like that ingredient just like perfect. And it was just like, what's the chances of that? Like you made all this other, the same ingredients, different ingredients, but when you made me, that's like combination, certain colors, certain numbers of things. 8/30/88, August 30/88. That's how I was made. That's what I am. That was one of the best recipes and ingredients ever. I wouldn't want to be no other number because, that one got, what comes with being, and yeah, the measurements of what I am and what was poured in me was given it to me. Like, those desires and wants that certain people have, they're hiding behind certain things. Desire for something such might be greater in you than it is in me for a car. Your fears might be greater than mine. Your needs, my strengths are, blah, 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 blah. Some people have more needs within you. Like you have a lot of needs. Say somebody at $100,000, they're gonna have a lot of needs. It comes to having a lot of needs. A lot of things you gotta do and go through. Needs is one thing, but then there's also desires. How many things do you desire? Yeah. Did we choose any of those? No. I wanted to eat broccoli when I was 7, but my taste buds wouldn't let me. I knew they were good and healthy, and everybody in my family was eating them, and it looked good to them, but when I tasted it, I didn't like it. I still don't eat broccoli today. What made that happen? Was it me? Because my choice would have been to eat broccoli and enjoy it, but my nature, my taste buds, my tongues, that didn't come from me. And yeah, I wasn't made to need a lot, and I wasn't made to want a lot, and I was made to enjoy a lot, and mostly everything, all things, even nothing. And I was just made to enjoy all things. Like I enjoy those people who meet their wills and their desires and their needs. Just because I don't want it or need it. I'm not offended. I'm not hateful. I'm not sad. And I understand. I'm not confused. I'm not judging. Incorrectly. Because I'm not judging at all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, I'm better because I don't want that, or to be that other person who with the wants and needs and desires. To say, who does he think he is? I don't have any of those feelings. And even like looking at people with 100,000, I don't even say who do they think they are, because I know who I am. And I know what I am. And what I am today is what I'm saying now. And when I said just the other day, I looked off to myself being, and I said, I think just yesterday, 2 days ago, I already had just like, what am I? Because I ain't nothing like that. And you know what? I think sometimes to a degree they should fear that. But then again, I'm only one that I know of in this 100,000, so they really don't have to fear. And I should fear them, but no. Gone from who shall I fear? Because I know that even I lucky, blessed, favored, all that. And in truth, I feel like, just looking at myself today, like, I feel bad for anyone who would try to wrong me and hurt me or get me to the point where I say, or I feel like, Creator, you need to take that person out. Or something that someone would try to do something to me. And I might not even know, but the Creator will take them out. I feel like I might be precious to God. Like the Creator loves me. And anyone that would try to harm me or something like that. Even if you got a mistake, that would kind of something like. My advice is don't ever hate me or get me wrong, because I'm loved by the Creator. Anything that would try to wrong me, crush you. And somebody might not even know that. If somebody ever hate me or try to hurt me, there'd probably be somebody in 100,000. Of course they would be. Because I don't want nothing from nobody. I don't seek nothing from nobody. I don't put my down. I don't try to say, your way of life is this, my way of life is that. Come here, come over. No. And I don't seek enemies, and I don't make enemies. And I would advise that nobody would make themselves my enemy, because it gotta be. Must be like creation loves me. It keeps me. Yeah. It favors me. It protects me. It guards me. It secures me. It's, you know, yeah. Watches over me. And won't allow, you know, someone like myself or whatever I am, it won't allow someone to actually, you know what I mean, or something, because it knows I don't make my enemies, I don't hate them, and I don't want anyone's position, I don't want anyone's power, I don't want anything people have. So for somebody to be against me, why would they be? Creator will see that, and it knows me. This is what I'm telling people today. It knows that's the truth. You don't hate those things either. So to be against me is to make an enemy with the Creator, and the Creator crush the person. So I advise people don't misjudge. Yeah, don't mistake. And I'm so glad that I'm not mistaken about myself and what I accept as what I see. And I'm glad I'm not making a mistake of trying to be in the 100,000 just because I'm that one. I'm all for the 100,000. I support them and all that, but I'm just not, I'm not in the number with them. Yeah. Yeah. And even like 100,000 was to come against me and be one. Creation being creation. The Creator would say, then what is that 100,000? If it be against one. If there was against that one, like, I would fear one, I would hate one, Yeah. So what would he do? Yeah. And I don't wish nothing happened to him. I just wish, thy will be done, and I keep to enjoy being me. And that if I express that to someone, I would actually want the people to know that, so that whenever I interact with people, that no one, would ruin a friendship or relationship by thinking I want them, or thing like that, or be offended, thinking about hurting them, because I'm telling you, I'm not that person. I don't put myself above you. I don't put you below me. I don't put you above me. I just know I'll stay in me, and that's all I want to be, and I'm grateful for that. You need, and that being the case, to understand that if somebody who needed sex or had a sexual desire for me, or because they have it for many, that they would not, make things unlikable or unpleasing for themselves by seeking sex from me, seeking things with me that I don't want. I don't have a need for. Feel this type of way, and to keep things pleasant and pleasing. I would be grateful if people know that, because I'm expressing that, and then they spare me, or just miss me with all that. Yeah. That's the way we can enjoy each other at. I just, don't want them to make the mistakes. Yeah, and it happens. That's one of the worst things, to be wanted by people that I don't want. And we already have like a good communication and talking and this, that, and the other. We're cool, but you want, and I don't. now that messes up our relationship. So I don't want that around me. I don't want to hurt people. I'm talking down. I want everybody to have a good time. And I want everybody to give me that moment.